There he is, baby. It's the indomitable, the mystical, the mystifying Patrick Little Wolf Brooks. What's up, Patrick?
Man, hey, you should be playing our theme song.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Get our theme song playing.
You know what? I was thinking about this. I actually, I'm going to load this up for the next one because it's dope. But I'm telling you, we're going back into the studio. I'm going to be sending you a piece of equipment that actually records you digitally. And it's, well, you've probably seen them. I don't even know why I space off the name. You know what I'm saying? It's got like 58 mics on it. You always see dudes at the powwow with a Zoom recorder. That's what it is. You need a Zoom recorder. Even if we have to spend a couple $100, I'm going to make sure that you can send me MP4s.
Yeah. We'll get it done. We'll get it done, man. I'm just happy to be back. It was like forever since we've been back, even though it's only been a couple weeks. But it was good to be back. Got a lot of topics to get on top of.
Yeah.
You know, we got to talk about Mr. Brains Plenty, Cold Brains Plenty, and circumstances going on. And send our shouts out to the Brains Plenty family. I'm good friends with Mr. Mo Brains Plenty. I've got to do a couple of events with him. He's an amazing person. Every person I've met out of that family have been just beautiful, and I hate that they're going through what they're going through. So we're going to talk about that a little later. We also got a little news going on in Indian country. Powwow's coming up. The Haliwa-Saponi Powwow in North Carolina's coming up soon.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? And you're making moves out there. And this is the nice thing about a homesteader now. He's not retired from life and work. He's actually enhancing the abilities. And that's what we're going to be talking about. As you can see, he's Mr. Back in Black tonight. I am the tribal business professional. I was going to go with real step uncle because I feel like I am a real step. I'm not on the truck right now, man. My truck's been down. It's broke down at the Freightliner shop out in Auburn, Pacific Washington area. Anyway, which leads me to thinking about, some shouts out. We got birthdays to talk about tonight. We got all kind of stuff going on out there. But I wanted to make sure, because as I said, and this is a lot, man, I want to send a shout out to Lummi Nation, the Squally, Cowlitz, Kalispell, Chehalis, Nooksack, Colville, and Lower Elwha. I also want to say what's up to, hold on, let's keep going, Macaw, Samish, Ho, Quileute, Queets, Quinault, Muckleshoot, Shoalwater Bay, Puyallup. Who else are we talking about? Snoqualmie tribe, Tulalip tribe, Stillaguamish tribe, Yakima, that's right, Skokomish, my bro down there, Mark Colson, man, what's up, bro? Upper Skagit, that's right, you got Lower Skagit, you got Swinomish, and there are other, if I missed your tribe out here in Washington, I'm probably going to be powwowing next week sometime, but you can find me over there and kick my ass. And Patrick, you were going to introduce the tribes over in Virginia.
Man, right here in Virginia. Man. This is my new home now here in Virginia. And I always show respect to my Virginia tribes. I love them. I dance with them. I grew up with them around this area. So big shout out to my Chickahominy tribe out there. My Mohegans, my Nansmen, my Pamunkeys, my Rappahannocks, and my Upper Mattaponi. Such a great group of people around here, man. I love the Virginia tribes. I struggle with people, state recognized right now. A couple of them just finally became federal recognized, and the other Virginia tribes are working hard on becoming federal recognized. Just good people. I also have to give a shout out to my own people, my Skaore people, my Tuscarora Nation of the Haudenosaunee here as well. So, I got to call my own people out as well. Just give them some love.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Feeling good. I am. This is definitely. I grew up on and off out of my people's distance. I grew up a lot of my life in Baltimore, Maryland. Raised up on blue crabs, and always.
You guys got blues out there too.
Yeah, blue crabs. We're the home of the blue crab.
Wow.
Baltimore is the home of the blue crabs, baby. Old Bay season
Pacific Ocean
all day.
All day. Pacific Ocean all day, man.
So I thought I was supposed to be a city boy. Thought I was going to be a city boy. Decided to retire last year. Got everything done with my retirement. And learning how to homestead, man, it has been the greatest experience. I always thought I was going to be a city boy. Thought I couldn't live that far away from the city or some kind of city. But I am living the life, buddy. I am living the life. I am enjoying I got chickens. If you hear some chirping in the background, as a matter of fact, our chicken brooder is in the house because we have small chickens. And, you know, you might hear some chirping over there.
As I told you earlier, that's the sounds of future dinner. So
eggs, man. You know,
there's nothing that gets a native to the table faster. Trust a Longhouse native. Well, 2 Longhouse natives. You guys got Longhouses out there. We want to make sure and let you guys know as well. Be sure and support your local native businesses in your area. There are tons of traditional tribal businesses out here and more modern native businesses. One of which, if you guys don't know, is Cree's Smokehouse Jerky. These guys are doing it big, man. As a matter of fact, if you guys are down there, where are they at this weekend? Hold on one second here. I want to put up the logo because it looks so ill up there. You notice the corner bug right there. Cree's Smokehouse Jerky, tried, true, traditional. That's Cree's. If you guys are interested, they are in Pullman, Washington right now while my bro's talking to his phone. I think he's getting ready to set up a beatbox contest like that, you know, so what? Don't worry. Like I said, we want to make sure and advertise for these businesses. Another amazing business. If you guys didn't hear, I'm telling you what, hustletribe.com, man. You got to check them out. If you guys are looking for the #1 source of the freshest apparel in Indian country, Hustle Tribe's where it is at. Mr. Chase Monchamp out there in the state of Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken. I think is it Minnesota, Chance? You know, or Chase, rather, excuse me. I said, Chance, take a chance on Chase, right? And the hustletribe.com. Also, as I've said a couple of times before, you want to make sure and support the Chief Seattle Club. These are helping people in houseless transitions make their way into a tiny home. They have tiny home villages in King County, Washington as well. They also have a donation center where they help with people that are low income or extremely impoverished conditions with socks and you name it, and water bottles and toiletries and things of that nature. We are out there. We're supporting Native tribes all over. Yeah, so Patrick's going to be right back with us, right? He said, no, or yeah, there he is. Okay, well, he's got my brother's picture up there, so I'm going to solo myself for a minute. But like I said, if you guys want to join us, check us out at Call the B&B Indigenous Podcast on Facebook Messenger. I will totally be there to rap with you. I want to talk about the Turtle Island forecast as well, too, so that's really, I mean, I got to take a look and see. There it is. I want to let you know around Turtle Island, all you Pacific Northwesterners, you guys can look forward to continued rain throughout the rest of the week coming up. Well, I shouldn't say all the way. They're looking for sun breaks during Tuesday and Wednesday, and temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. So definitely spring has sprung, that's for sure. Moving out towards the Midwest from Montana, North South Dakota, Nebraska, that looks like it's going to be warming up in the Midwest region as well. Also, Wyoming has been getting some intermittent snow, but the Rockies been getting hammered out there, and it's starting to clear up too. So, want to make sure and let you guys know. Listen to me. We are talking about weather like that because we want you to be prepared. Take the snow tires off. If you guys got studded tires, Patrick, you got studded tires?
Dude, I live in Virginia now. I ain't got to worry about that stuff no more. I moved out of the north, came down here, Virginia. We got, right. I think this entire winter we got a dusting.
Right.
It is where I live here in the Shenandoah Valley. It was I love it, man. It's one of the reasons I moved out of the north. I had enough of the cold weather. Couldn't handle it no more. We had a nice mild winter here. So no snow studs, no studs on my tires.
Right. Well, good. And that's where, see, to me, that's where it should be like that. And the temperatures are going to be warming up. Actually, it's supposed to be in the 70s here this week, huh?
Yes, sir. We're supposed to get 3 days straight it's been raining for the last 4.5 days.
Right.
Off and on. We got sleet yesterday, a little bit of hail day before yesterday.
Right.
It's been insane because we've been planting vegetables. And as soon as you plant vegetables, you get another small little frost and you start freaking out.
And it's going to start killing off the tops of them plants as they start peeking through the soil, man. Yeah. No, we don't want any of that. Hey, temperatures out there in Passamaquoddy territory, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. You guys are going to be looking forward to some nice upper 60s temperatures here in the next couple of days as well. Right now, it's actually down in the 40s from my understanding, and the sun's already getting ready to go down there if it hasn't already, right? It's getting ready to set over in your neck of the woods there on the East Coast.
It just set. It said about 45 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Yeah. Talking about Florida, you know what? Florida, I like you and I don't like you. Because I mean, when you're in Florida, you got to use the air conditioner.
That's what we call it.
Consistent
That's
temperatures.
just a vacation spot. I could never live in Florida.
Yeah, consistent temperatures 80 to 85 degrees, and with expected temperatures in Miami-Dade County and down there in Hollywood, Seminole territory. That's right. The Hard Rock Casino. If you guys haven't been down there, go check them out. A really humongous guitar-shaped hotel down there. Lots of cool swag t-shirts. They even got a mini mall in there. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting 90 by Friday. So you guys make sure and stay hydrated. We want to make sure that you guys are not thirsty and dying around out there. Also, going into the Southwest, temperatures have been really warming up. Phoenix, Gila River, Salt River, Maricopas, Dene Bican, aka the Navajo Nation. That's right. Hopis, Tewa, yeah. You guys have got temperatures that are moving up into the mid 80s as well. So things are definitely starting to warm up around there. The only place that I would say that's not as warm is Flagstaff, because they're still at like the 7,000 foot marker on Interstate 40.
Yeah,
there.
It takes a while for it to warm up out there.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Gathering of Nations is coming up at the end of the month. We want to make sure that you guys are ready for that. If you guys are interested in getting information, you can definitely get on google.com and check out gatheringofnations.com in your search. Also, we wanted to talk about birthdays today, right? This is another thing, because I'm always prepared. So quick shout out, happy birthday to Uncle Richie. That's right. Richard Moody turning 16 today. It's 65 in it, Uncle. Tina Drever, happy birthday, Tina. Alexis Albert, Richard Moody is, as I said, Nelsie Kodlekali, and Davis Curley, one of my drum bros out here on the West Coast. He's actually Navajo man and one hell of an iron worker. Happy birthday to you, Davis. Stacy Lynn Louise, many wounds. Jesse Waskahat, and Ed Wolf, my bro, Ed Wolf down there in Oregon. He's been working a really long time. I'm not sure if he's still working for Coca-Cola or not, but he's been in it for a long time. He's a wicked traditional dancer too. He's always been out there tearing it up. And hey, we want to let you guys know, if you have birthdays, you guys want to mention anybody, don't hesitate to send us some messages. That's right. The B&B Indigenous Podcast at Gmail. So that's just B, the letter N, letter B, Indigenous Podcast, all one word, at gmail.com. Or you can send us on Messenger, Facebook. You want to send us shout outs like that, you got powwow flyers and anything, right, Patrick?
Absolutely. We're here to promote, and our crafters out there. If you got a small business you want to promote and you'd like to come on to the show, talk about what you've done, where you're going, where you've been, why you do what you do, we are here for you. There's not enough advertising in the world that we could do enough of. We have some beautiful craftsmen out there. And it's also to legitimize some of these craftsmen. We have a lot of, excuse me, a lot of scams going on amongst our own people. Yep. I'm in about 7 or 8 different indigenous crafting groups, and people are just like taking people's money, man. It's bad. Yeah. A friend of mine, great beater, do moccasins. Her pictures are being shared all over Facebook with her moccasins, and someone's taking money from. Listen, all my people out there that are buying crafts, make sure you have insurance on what you're buying.
That's right.
Know if for a fact that someone is doing. I mean, I'd even go so far these days going, asking the person, "Oh, is those your moccasins?" You may take a picture with them. It's like, if those are yours,
watermark your stuff.
Put a picture next to your face with them. It's like, hey, these are mine. These are the ones I made.
We're working on it
because we have to start really, some kind of safeguard. Even I'm scared to buy anything offline anymore from people just for I've gotten $500 stolen now trying to do crafts.
Hear me when I say this, bro. We're going to start innovating, because I'm actually working. We're going to be talking about this throughout the podcast tonight, as a matter of fact. Artificial intelligence and identifying markers of people that actually are native artists and educators and teachers and instructors of different crafts and what have you. We're going to be working on putting up a website that promotes all Native First Nations creations. We also accept Native related or Native descendant artists too, because a lot of the times the federal government, as much as it gets in the way of people that are not enrolled blood members or enrolled members of a tribe, but they are blood members of a nation, I don't think that there should be anything preventing them from making money. But we do got to start nipping it in the bud. If it's not certified, like that little olive oil certification that they have on the bottles there at the grocery store, it's not one of ours, and that's something that I can say, and that has to do with the application process and filling out the information that says, hey, this is who we are descendants of these people, here's our family, here's enrolled members of our tribes, whatever, because we have brothers out there in the community and sisters that have been marginalized and disenrolled and all of that other stuff, and
that's where it becomes an issue. There was a lady out there that was going after Lumbee people for doing crafts. Talk about they weren't real natives. Listen, Lumbee people has been state recognized forever, and long before the name Lumbee came around, they were already blood certified to be indigenous people, native people right then.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, for you to sit out here and talk about state recognized tribes are not natives or they're fake natives, we got to get off of that. But there is signs to show who's native and who's not native, and that's not one of them. I mean, all state recognized tribes are documented, as well as federal recognized tribes. So I got a lot of Lumbees out there, a lot of Halawasaponi friends and family out there that they're great craftsmen. They are native. They live the native lifestyle. They have native running through their blood. And for someone to go out there and question it, there's a lot of people out there that's been fighting against the government for years. Allowing the government to say who's Indian, who's not Indian is just a disgrace. It really is. Now,
I've got a finger that identifies those people that try to act like they know.
Yeah, man, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's a sad place that we live in, that you can't trust each other no more. But like I said, for all my craftsmen out there putting stuff out there, I know it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Watermarks really don't do that great of a job unless you put the watermark directly across your artwork and say, I personally would take a picture with each and every piece of my product that you're making, that you want to sell, to identify who to, because this is getting ridiculous where people are stealing people's pictures and stealing money from us, the natives out there. It really is a sad day and it's sad we're doing it to our own people. Natives doing it to other natives.
That's right. And one of the things I can say right now is we've got to start curtailing a lot of this activity. And some people will be like, oh, what do you mean, man? It's like, listen, we've got a responsibility to protect people's, income opportunities as well as their craft, and not letting people into turf thug on all of their wares. Like I make bustles. I'm not a great bead worker, but I'm at least good enough to do things for myself once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that, folks, if you guys want to buy me some beads, I'm always available. I want to transition, though, before we get any further into this podcast tonight with the B&B Indigenous podcast. I want to say thank you for tuning in, and Patrick's sending that Hank right to me here. I've got to make sure he's got my address, though. This is Indigenous Now right here on the B&B Indigenous podcast. We're going to be talking about a touchy subject tonight, and an unfortunate reality for the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe and the Brings Plenty family. This article brought to you by lastrealindians.com. If you guys would like to take a look at this article for yourself, or you would like to find out any other news that's going on that's worthy of your attention out there, Native social justice issues and the like, you could definitely check them out. Mr. Matt Remley and lastrealindians.com. Cole Brings Plenty, 27 found deceased, family and supporters demand answers, by this article published by Darren Thompson. Johnson County, Kansas, on Friday, April 5th, the Johnson County Sheriff's Office announced that Cole Brings Plenty was found dead in a wooded area 4 days after he was reported missing. Brings Plenty was reported missing in Lawrence on April 1st after he missed a meeting with his agent, and many committed to finding him by sharing his missing persons report and conducting independent searches. A cause of death has not been made, and the investigation is still ongoing by Kansas authorities. Cole Brings Plenty Minikoju Lakota was a 27-year-old citizen from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe. He was attending Haskell Indian Nations University in Lawrence, Kansas at the time of his death, and is known to many as an aspiring young man with a promising career ahead of him. He is widely known as an up-and-coming actor for his role in Paramount's Yellowstone spinoff 1923, and he also had appeared in Into the Wild Frontier and The Tall Tales of Jim Bridger, a couple of his other accolades in movie world. The Cheyenne River Sioux tribe issued a press release on Friday announcing his death and offered support to Cole's family. quote, "We respectfully request that Cole's family be given their privacy as they mourn the loss of their son, brother, grandson, nephew, and uncle," end quote. CRST wrote on Friday, quote, "The Cheyenne River Sioux tribe demands a full and thorough investigation into Cole's disappearance and subsequent death. Our Attorney General will be in contact with the Kansas authorities to ensure this is accomplished." So, um, as well, just a quick statement out there for all of the people that have been following this closely. There's a lot of rumors in the rumor mill going on around there, but I also want to offer some solace to the young students that are attending Haskell Indian Nations University here at 9 p.m., which is in just a couple of hours. It's let's see, it's 7:30, so an hour and a half. They're going to be hosting a sweat out there. And I know that a lot of people will run as fast as they heard that, but we want to make sure that everything is being held in the highest regards with respect. This is not some sort of sensationalized situation. This is actually a real world situation where the loss of a human being has happened in our Native communities. And, oh, excuse me. Whew. And boy, they come fast, right? Anyhow, but we want to say many prayers and blessings out for the Creator to hold these people close in their prayers tonight like that, and all of the comfort that they could possibly need. And that if you guys know people in the family like that, that you reach out to them and you do whatever you can to help them along with the situation. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that is working in Hollywood or going to university. Our children are our children. And when we see these young people, some of which are younger than my nieces and nephews, it really does. It takes the wind out of our sails like that.
It
So we
does,
want to offer
absolutely.
that thanks. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't really posted much about this subject just because there was so much stuff swirling around, and I wanted to
Right.
show respect to the family. You get when this kind of stuff happens, especially in today's society,
Yeah.
people tend to make things about themselves. Oh, I'm so hurt. Oh, I'm so lost. Not thinking about, the family, what they're going through.
Right.
There's all these speculations going around. And I didn't want to like sit here and post a whole bunch of stuff and people disagree with it and agree with it or whatnot.
Right.
And we don't know what happened. Everything is, I had someone reach out to me. I did post his disappearance, and then someone posted up my Facebook about how the cops were looking for him. And I was like, listen, I'm not a police officer. I
Right.
don't know what happened. I was not present. I'm not going to sit here and try to make speculations, good or bad or indifferent, because this is still a human being. No matter what happened at the end of the day, he's still a human being. He did not deserve to lose his life. So the way I feel about it is, let's just send love and support to the family, the Brains family, family. Let them know that, the indigenous community, all their family of other tribes are praying along beside them. This young man looked like he had a bright future ahead of him. It looked like, I know I was surprised at how many people I knew that knew him personally, which was pretty awesome. I mean, I have all these people that was posting about his crossing over, and my heart goes out, man. He touched a lot of people he touched a lot of people in good ways, from what I understand. And, a lot of people's hurting tonight. So right now is not the time to throw speculations. Right now is not the time to cause blame. Let's just get through the mourning process and see if we can get some answers on how this young man crossed over and get justice one way or the other.
Well, and this is something I put up one of the recognized emblems for missing and murdered Indigenous women, men, two-spirit, and children in our Native communities. Like, this is an ongoing travesty that has yet to be addressed in the ways that I feel would best be, something to start the healing process and move forward, and recognizing that these situations, are affecting our Native communities, because so many people out there in the Native communities, as it stands, don't have any closure. There are cases that are 30, 40, 50 years old. As a matter of fact, not but a couple of years ago, we had watched a documentary that was addressing this type of situation, albeit tragically, about the Royal Canadian Mounted Police or different sheriff's offices out there. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was just watching a TikTok of a young woman, beautiful Native woman, that was talking about how, bad mouthing the sheriff's departments, well, you should probably come to not expect any help from the sheriff's offices if that's how you are. And this is something that a sheriff's deputy was putting on social media. And it's like, to me, it's like, who the hell are you, guy? I mean, if it comes down to, this so-called professional in law enforcement that's supposed to uphold the Constitution of their state and the United States and blah 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 blah. It's like, if you can't offer me any respite or protection, like I literally dealt with a personal issue in my own family community last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was very, very pissed off, to say the least. And this is one of the reasons why I'm going to get on it. Like I'm not afraid to speak on it. Like if there's toxicity and you are not able to take care of your situation on your own, you shouldn't be getting into a relationship situation. I mean, I'm talking to myself with this as well, and there's a lot of that. But I also understand that these types of things, they can happen just like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think, the new generation is starting to catch on. I think the new generation is actually teaching us something I don't think we're really listening to, is the importance of taking care of your mental health.
That's right.
When I grew up and there was no mental health, it was just your man, suck it up. Your man, deal with it. Your man, and what would happen? A lot of men, they held it in, they end up beating their wives, hurting their kids, hurting the other females, and I, even myself, I have no shame to say I see therapy. I have a therapist I see every single week, and I'm happy to see it because I need it, man. This whole this self ability to think, what is a man? This whole new thing about alpha males and beta males. Listen, I can protect my family just fine and still cry along with my daughters if I need to.
That's right.
I'll sit down and let my daughters paint my nails if that's what makes them happy. Don't bother me. I don't need to prove my manliness from one way or the other of what it is. I'm a strong believer in it's your actions and not your words that makes you what you are.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to, as men, be okay with therapy and go seek therapy. We're holding a lot of trauma in. Men hold a lot of trauma in because we're forced to. What is the old saying is, most men hold their feelings in because they feel like no one gives a shit. Excuse my language.
Right.
So this is all part of this thing of like, we need to start allowing ourselves to heal and stop hanging on to this stuff and just pushing it down. There is no down. It's always there on the surface. Even though I do therapy, I still find myself crossing over to the dark side sometimes, and surprising myself with those emotions.
Yeah. And to me, as you said, you have to make yourself emotionally available for these types of situations, because we're raising kids, we're raising future adults, we're raising people that are responsible, we're raising even ourselves. We have to talk to our own inner child. But there's a lot of this toxicity that I've been saying within my own personal relationships that I've had, not just in the recent past but in the distant past as well, which is one of the things that's going to lead me up to what you and I had discussed yesterday in our own conversations. To me, what you said about yesterday and today, that's the only, and believe me, man, it's been on my mind because I know so many people out there that are just going through it.
Yeah,
they're going through it, and I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be the one that's the only person that's dealing with struggle. It's just like, no, but validity is also a very important part of that.
Your struggle is just as important as anybody else's, and I think we get the mindset. You got to get out of your head. Oh well, it could be much worse, and what I'm going through ain't as serious as somebody else's. We have this mindset of comparing ourselves to somebody else's pain. It doesn't work that way. My PTSD is different than everybody else's PTSD. My hurt and what I'm going through is different than everybody else's. So mine is just as valid as anybody else's, and we have to be okay. You know what? Right. Yeah, it is okay to feel like it sucks, but like I told you, brother, that lesson I learned when I went to the hospital after trying to take my own life. And I thought it was the end of the world and my life was going to get no more better. And that's it. I had a therapist look at me and said, you need to start looking at things, stop making these goals for 2 weeks, 1 week. 2 weeks, 2 months, 1 year, because you set yourself up for failure when you don't hit those marks. Well, what you can do is always compare yourself to yesterday, because that's the only day that actually happened.
That's right.
2 days ago was too far away, but yesterday is the only day that's happened and you can fix. But if you can be just a little bit better than you were yesterday, you do nothing but improve. You improve on your body of work a little at a time. We always think in these large quantities, going, oh, one day I am going to be able to read 100 books in a month, or one day I'm going to be able to do taxes on my own. And they don't realize, like beadwork. I teach my daughters beadwork, and a good example is this. Beadwork is the only thing I've learned that if you do beadwork, it's the only thing you'll see improvement in as you bead. Mm-hmm. So if you start this outer line today, tomorrow that next line will actually be better than that first line, because you mentally picked up easier ways to do it for yourself. That third line is going to look better than that second line, but it takes you laying one bead at a time. One bead is nothing. If I take one bead off here, it looks insignificant. But when I put them all together, and that's every day's accomplishment on that strand,
that's right.
Then you start seeing it. So instead of looking into the future going, oh, I'm going to be so great in like 10 years or 5 years and 1 year, see, my goal is just to be better than I was yesterday. Yeah. If you can do that every day, it's going to build up. By 30 days, you're 30 days better than you were when you started. By 60 days, you're 60 days better than you started. And I say that, I do that in my own personal life. I tell my kids, they're like, Dad, you say you love me all day long. Well, good. How many times did I tell you yesterday? Well, you told me like 8 or 9 times. Well, here's 10. I love you again. Here's 10 times today. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you I love you 11 times.
Right.
And, and this steady progress that you put all that weight on your shoulders, and men, we're designed to carry that weight. But no matter how tough the foundation is, there's never been a structure that did not falter under extreme conditions. Right. Never has there ever been a structure that did not falter. The Titanic was told it was unsinkable. What happened? The Twin Towers, they've said the Twin Towers could never be taken out. What happened? We had all these, there has never been a structure ever built that under enough force and situation has it. The Baltimore Bridge collapsed like a deck of cards just the other day.
Yeah, Francis Scott
for years and years.
Yeah.
So let me get off my soapbox, but that's how I feel about you, man. I know you go through your own thing and what you've been going through, and I know a lot of indigenous people out there are going through their thing. Take it from someone that tried to take his own life. Right. Try to take that next trip to the afterlife. I promise, with time, this too shall pass. And that goes for good things and bad things. If you give anything enough time, it will change. It will change. So if you're in a bad situation right now and you're hurting, remember this storm that you're in right now, it will pass.
Yeah.
But you have to find that time within yourself.
Right. And I want to send a special shout out to Tina Morgan, my nephew Darius Smith down there in Lincoln City, Oregon. Yeah, that's right. Staying in our tribal apartments out that way. Him and his family, my brother Paul Butler, and that's right, Dora Black Owl Butler, and all the rest of the kids. My nephew Sosetna. I'm going to say what he used to call me when he was 3 years old. He called me Uncle Fucker. He's a tall guy now, but
my man Chris Parrish, Superman himself, he's performing in DC this weekend at the Kennedy Center. He reached out to me today and said, "Hey man, why don't you swing in and dance for me tonight?" And I was like, we had things going on with the family. And I was like, I just broke my heart. He is. I don't know if you ever got a chance to meet
before, though. You did. You were up on stage dancing with old Superman before.
Dude, I have performed with a lot of people. But the professionalism that Christian brings, Superman brings, if you ever get a chance to meet him, he is so he is a light that most people need to he's a light that everyone needs in their life. Just being around him puts you in a positive state of mind. His music ain't just something he does. He lives that positive mindset.
Yeah.
He's just a great human being, a great person, and I love performing. I go perform for him for free if he asked me to. I wouldn't even ask for pay. Just to dance with him on stage,
Just
to
to be
be in
up
his
there
presence.
in it, man. Yeah, dude. You know what? I'm going to interest you guys. Check it out. SoundCloud.com. Look up Ron Belgard on there. You're going to find a couple of my latest tracks. Like, I talk a lot of nastiness for the Native communities and with support and love. I also want to send a quick shout out to my cousin Frank, who's on, a fellow veteran in the Army. As a matter of fact, he's a decorated soldier. Yeah. Changing our way of thinking is the hardest thing anyone can do. Realizing what we've done in the past doesn't work. It's time for us to do things different so we can move forward. And cousin Frank, I'm so glad you tuned in with us tonight. Absolutely. If you guys have anybody else out there that you feel might be beneficial for them, I think it would be really great that you share that content. You know what I mean? And that is a wonderful and very true statement indeed, because listen, I'm only human. And I've been through some hell in my life. I've been through some heaven in my life. Like being
we forget that when you're in that when you're in that bad state of mind, you forget all the great things you've been through. You know, you forget all the accomplishments that you've done because the only thing that is in your brain is that negative. If you can remember, if you can take a moment and go, every negative thought, try to compare it to a positive thought.
Sure.
Yeah, my paycheck ain't coming in this week. I'm gonna be broke as hell. But guess what? My children are healthy. Right. You know what? A person died in my family, and it breaks my heart, and they're gone. But you know what? When they were alive, we went fishing together. They knew how much I loved them. They knew where I was. Yeah, you know, and that way of thinking is so important.
Well, and I want to send a shout out to one of my new adopted brothers. His name is Lawrence Salt. He's from K-Town, otherwise known as Kayenta. That's right, Kayenta, Utah. He says there's Kayenta, Arizona, and Kayenta, Utah, but they're not the same. You know, he actually sent me a message today in support, knowing the things that I've been going through like that. I want to say thanks for the shout out today, and I'm sending one right back to you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tag him because he's been very, his conversation is very, very awesome. Just to know that other people, which made me think a lot, because every time I'm holding that steering wheel driving out there across the continent, dude, I'm sitting there burning all of this oil from the lamp, right? And I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just making myself more anxious and stressed out and frustrated about things that are out of my power, out of my control. But he said, dude, I listened to the things that you were saying. He said, I've been following you for a while. And a lot of that times you don't realize that. You don't realize just how much of an impact you're making on somebody else's life. So I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody out there who has taken the time to actually show me love in my life. And that's from my bro and sister, Brian and Sally down in San Antonio, Texas, to my brother here, Patrick Little Wolf Brooks, to my own family. And I want to send an apology tonight. I'll be the first one first to say this. I owe my mother, my brother, and my sister an apology for the way that I've been acting. Like I said, I've been going through it. I don't know any other way to direct energy. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I love my little girl so much. I love her so much that all I want to do is see her live the best life possible and be able to interact and hear her for the first time ever call me dad. That's it. That's what I want. And to watch her grow up and become amazing and imbue those qualities of myself, my talents, my will, my drive, my initiative, all of that stuff, and including the science and including tradition and including ceremony, all of those things that make me who I am. And it's the same for my son too, and as parents, I think we all do that. You know what I mean? We as Native people across the world, like we we go around different places. We go out there in the community, and then your son or your daughters are dressed up in their powwow outfit like that, and they're out on the floor. You see them coming in grand entry, and I see parents with their cell phones. You know what I mean? Or the first time a little guy sits down at the drum, or like Opie and Dez with their baby boy. Well, he's not a baby anymore. He's almost 7, but he's like baby Opie. You know what I'm saying? That is the kind of power and energy we should be given to our kids every single day. Not sitting there wasting our each other's time and going, well, why, I wonder why they're not learning, or I wonder why they're ending up getting in trouble at school, or why they're stealing. Or this is what I'm telling to all parents out there. If you're worried about your kids, if you're worried about their growth opportunity and potential, first of all, you have to look in the mirror. You have to see, well, what am I showing them? What am I giving them? Like you said, with your beadwork, it's only 1 stitch today, but it might be 2 rows more tomorrow. And then those beads that you're going to send me here.
All you got to do is, I'm actually going to be putting, do some giveaways, and we're going to do some bead set giveaways.
Right.
So I have a couple hanks of beads and some extra stuff, try to get these people continue to watch, get ourselves back out there.
Well, Kevin Simmons is watching right now. I want to send a shout out to my bro out there, Grand Run Agency family. We're also 30 federally recognized bands of peoples of the Western Oregon coast all the way to the foothills of the Cascade Mountains. Kevin Simmons and I spent time on the canoe journeys back in 2008. That was quite the journey. As a matter of fact, we're trying to get you to come up with a Virginia canoe, even if it's a birch bark canoe. All you other families out there, Ojibwe.
I'm hoping this summer I can start on a dig out. I'm gonna start working on it. Burn out, and I'll do some videos and stuff of it. And,
my bro Brian over in Grand Run Agency is one of the dopest canoe builders you ever seen, and he started off learning those ways too. So it's never too late if you're interested in doing these arts and crafts and things. As a matter of fact, and that's going to transition me into the grant opportunities aspect, because I was talking to my bro today about making the successful reach in our native communities to say, hey, look, I want to do this. I see my bro, he's got these amazing talents and he wants to teach young people, and he's done that before. He's worked in the school district, both in the States and in Canadian schools, up in Creston School District up there in British Columbia. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, think about this. If we're writing for grants and we get you this amount of money to where you're able to get a really nice truck and a trailer and a startup cost for fuel, once programs and native communities start calling you and asking you to teach these kids how to make regalia and doing all of those things like that, this is something that's really going to make a huge difference for the tribes. Plus, we're not just talking about native kids that are actually doing good in school. We're talking about at-risk youth, kids that have been involved in the, being courted by gang culture, people that are at risk for relapse in alcohol and drug recovery process. There's all kinds of situations, but I'm going to be transitioning into talking about the idea of making more opportunities and monies available for businesses. If you guys have a tribal business out there, like I have several, I'm working on Dog Soldier Comics, right? And I've got this inspiration from Mr. Johnson Tanta Proudstar. Blessings and prayers out for him and his
Proudstar, baby.
Yeah. I gotta put it up this way. I gotta get it out away from my face.
I'm actually once I get this in a temporary background, everybody. I know it looks a mess. It looks so plain.
Right.
We just got this house. I'm working on, fixing this area up. That'd be pretty. So I got all of John's new comics right now.
Dude.
His comics are fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be displaying them behind me. I want to do a whole big thing of just his comics. And every time a new issue comes out, I'm going to be putting it up here.
Right. And this is the thing he was saying to me the other day. He wants to work with me. And I was like, dude, are you serious? I mean, character development. So I'm just now getting into this, and I just tagged him in the post so that you're in what we're doing here on the live program. If you guys are interested, and I misspelled his name again. Damn it, dude. I'm gonna fire myself. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Okay, there it is. I hope I said it right. This is it. Okay, I'm tagging him again this time. Hopefully it turns out the right way. I didn't mess up your name on purpose, John. I just want you to know that. That's right. It's Laura Dannon's dad from Reservation Dogs. One hell of a fine series. we want to see native character development. He was talking about when he showed up on the podcast about, the kids that had gone through it, when they became superheroes, they carried a lot of that hurt and pain into their adult life. And that's one of the reasons why they're motivated to be a superhero to begin with. You know what I'm saying? That's the characters that I look for. As a matter of fact, my character Lightning Boy comes from the Thunder Boy story and Sky Woman, and the Lakota people know the thunder beings as Wakion. And as a matter of fact, that's a really popular name in Indian country besides Wombly. Or you remember, what was it? Tashina. Oh, he's got his microphone off right now. He's ignoring me, you guys. I want to send a shout out to Leanne Charlie up there in British Columbia doing some ass kicking work up there in that community, as well as Auntie Jerry down in the Bay Area. That's right, near Oaktown 357. Did you guys listen to Oaktown 357 back in the day when everybody was gangbanging in the 90s? Did you wear Lokes sunglasses, or did you have 6-point creases in your t-shirts like I did? Because I got a hold of an iron, baby. I tell you what, it was over with. You know what I mean? But what was it? One of my bros was telling me about a side hustle too, like that with the iron. He's like, hey, as soon as everybody knew that I could press and crease and do all that stuff like that, they were giving me money to get them looking fresh for the event. I'm like, good, that's what it should be. But no, I just more or less like to dress in Ben Davis. I only had one pair of Cortez in my life. My shoes were always Chuck Taylors, and I want to get some beaded Chuck Taylors. So ladies, if you're out there and you're not doing much or whatever, and you want to beat me up some Chuck Taylors, I'm okay with that. My size is 11. I like red, black, and white for the Trailblazers colors like that. And Patrick, he what did you say? Purple.
I'm holding the Shoney, baby. Purple all day. Anything got purple in it, I eat it up.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my daughter, my oldest, my firstborn, my baby girl. She made this for me just recently.
Damn, dude, really?
Yeah, man. She is a phenomenal. Her name is Nina Brooks. She is a professional nail technician. She does beautiful artwork just on nails. And I started teaching her how to bead around I don't know, about 7 years ago. I started working with her beading.
Yeah.
And she just took off, man. She just took off. And she made this for me. Her beadwork is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. My baby girl, I got to give her all the credit in the world.
She's dope, dude. Listen to me. That's like a $400 medallion right there. Is that? And
yeah, man. I'm very blessed. Her talents are phenomenal.
On the lanyard.
I told her that she needs to start beading for money. I said, baby, you need to start making beads for money. She goes, I don't want to bead for money because then I'll start not liking the bead. She said, I want to continue just to bead for fun, bead the things I want to do because
bead for Uncle Ron. I'll accept I'll accept your fun. If you guys out there like
I'm sorry, just to put her name out there. Ladies, are y'all looking for a nice indigenous talented nail artist and you're in the Baltimore, Virginia area? She lives in Baltimore. Her name is Nina Brooks. She owns the company Buttercup Nails on Facebook. You can look her up. I've been trying to get her to do the press-ons, hand paint the press-on nails and sell them by the case. I think that's the way she's going to be moving in because she did some beautiful holding the Shoney nails with sky domes and just Iroquois style work. She's done stuff she does beautiful Halloween stuff. Everything's customized, gorgeous. I mean, she's so talented.
I'm not going to be making it, but I'm going to utilize the tools that I have in my arsenal to make her a jingle for her business. And if she sends me some of her pictures of her work, then I will be able to do a 30-second sweep like that. So she could post it on her Facebook with a cool theme song that's actually, talks about Buttercup nails. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to me. My idea is the reason why she calls it Buttercup is because it's so damn pretty. You know what I mean?
I am nowhere near the talent that she is at that age that she's at right now. Her artistic ability is just phenomenal.
Well,
I'm not ignoring everybody. I'm not ignoring everybody. I'm sending out our podcast information to tons of people right now. I'm just So I'm listening. I'm just sending out the information for now.
He's also wearing my silver bracelets that he didn't get permission to.
Dude,
What is it? Long
Josiah Thunder. This was my birthday present from my lady. Josiah Thunder. He made me an entire set. Give me it.
He said something about giveaways too. So I'm going to put Patrick on blast. He's got my chair that he's sitting in like that. You know what I mean? But these, oh, dude, look at that. Is that the other one?
Those are my armbands.
Damn, son. That's what I want for my round bustle outfit. Like, even though you won't see the majority of it, you'll still see this right here. This little part, you know?
Dude, Josiah is just an amazing artist. He made me the cuffs. Dude, he made me the armbands, and he made me a custom belt as well. I mean, I gotta put Josiah out there, man. He's one of the greatest metal workers I know out there.
Does he take orders right now?
He does. He does take orders. He takes custom orders. He makes custom work all the time. Reach out to him. Let him know your sizes, and he also works with you when it comes to money. I mean, you're gonna pay for his artwork because it's worth every dime he charges. But like for me, he had no problem doing payment plans. He helped me out in every way he could.
Does he take food stamps?
Josiah Thunder, man, thank you so much. I put a big I love you out there, man. I love my work. I'm definitely gonna get some more stuff here in the future before you know it. Got to get the cash, continue to build. Too busy like building a homestead here to buy anything new right now.
Does he take food stamps? That's my.
Does he take stamp? I don't think. I think that's the one thing he may not take a stamp.
No. Food stamps. Yeah, SNAP EBT. If you guys take, hey, native artists out there.
Only the old school colored food stamps.
Yeah, the paper ones. They didn't even have the presidents on there. They had like U.S. representatives and the bell. Remember the bell?
They had the bell and then the all-seeing eye pyramid on it.
What did Jeff Foxworthy say? He says, "You're not broke, you're poor." He says, "There's a difference, you know." He says, "But have you ever been Kraft macaroni and cheese poor?" Yes, I have, and I still enjoy it like that. Cut me up some Spam cubelets, fry those up, you know what I mean? Hey, I want to advertise something real quick for anybody who's a high blood pressure sufferer like I am. Not only am I getting back out there and walking more, but I need everybody to hold me accountable. And hey, Ron, did you go for a walk today? But nitric oxide flow, it's called NPB. I'm going to actually be ordering this. And because of the affiliate marketing campaign that I've launched recently, I'm going to be talking about these things and offering them to people in the Native community for holistic health and wellness. Naturopathy is very important. A lot of pharmaceutical issues going on out there. And I'm saying this as a blanket disclosure that I do not for or against make any decisions regarding the pharmaceutical industry, but there's a lawsuit going against Ozempic right now. I'm sure you probably heard about that. A lot of people with diabetes use Ozempic to, stabilize their A1C, but people were using it for weight loss, and it's caused a humongous problem out there. Do your research before you guys go.
A lot of side effects now, man. People are getting those side effects now. They're starting to realize it wasn't a end-all be-all cure after all.
Yeah.
I mean, these people here with high blood pressure are suffering, not able to get their medicine out.
Or the blood sugar. Yeah.
Blood sugar, yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, losartan potassium is what I've been using. And it's 100 milligrams. They upped it from 3 years ago. It was 25. Then it went to 50. Then it went to 100. And then my weight went 100 pounds up. Because I'm a truck driver and a truck driver diet, but all of that is in transition right now too.
That's the worst diet in the world, that truck driver diet, man. That's a dangerous diet to have, definitely.
You ever look at somebody like that and be like, how go? Right, yeah. Well,
it ain't you mean to say you're not doing what Sylvester Stallone's doing in Over the Top?
Hey, I am a goddamn good arm wrestler too. I'd mess around. I'd have got that. Remember the bald dude that he arm wrestled? And he's like, he's just, We were watching Conan the Barbarian today too. I'm like, oh my god. Just some of the corniest stuff. Still fun, still awesome. But James Earl Jones. I'm trying to get the Darth Vader voice down. Like, now you will watch me draw from the powers of the dark side.
Actually,
still
you
can't
don't
do
sound
it.
like James Earl Jones. You
That's
actually
what I'm
sound like
saying. I suck at it, dude. The only
you,
voice I cannot mimic.
you know the voice you're doing. You don't realize this, but you're doing the Transformers voice of
Optimus Prime.
yes, that's the voice you're doing.
Roll out. I was saying that I'm actually making a trucker's documentary about my life on the road. It's not quite finished, but I've been all over the whole continent and then some. And yeah, I actually take a stop, and I didn't realize this, but it's called Area 51 Outlet, and it's literally like within like 40 miles from the actual Area 51 military installation, and they sell alien swag and all this other stuff. And right next door to that is a brothel. I was like, oh, damn, bro. And it's funny because there's like 25, 30 trucks parked out there. I don't support these businesses, but I'm telling you, they are there. And I didn't realize that. See, oh, look, Patrick tagged Nina out there. Good for you, Patrick. Hey, this is the thing I was talking about, supporting native businesses. As I've said it before, thank you for tuning into the B&B Indigenous podcast tonight. All of you that have been on watching, we really appreciate you guys. Be sure to support local native businesses in your area. We also want to remind you that if you guys have a craft, you have a way to produce some sort of an income, even if that's just an extra little bit of income as a side hustle for your job or whatever. We also want you to make sure and send that opportunity out to the kids. I make those teepees, as I've talked about so many times like that. And I want one or two kids to know how to make those. And they're really not that difficult to make. It takes me probably 15 minutes to put the teepee together. And then, of course, like I would say an hour to an hour and a half to finish up all the decorating on one,
I'm working on stuff like this, bro. I'm going to be doing kids. There's so many kids out there that want to dance, and I want to dance. So I'm working on dance rifles.
Really?
I'm going to be
look at that. That's beautiful too, man. Hell
right?
Yeah.
I'll be giving these away after they're all decorated. I'm also making a couple mirror boards to give away.
Hey, you said that you were going to hook me up with one of the mirror boards. I'll
hook you with a mirror board. See, here's my thing. Hey, James. There's my brother James Morrison over here, man.
Yeah.
He's up there on the island. As one of my closest friends.
Yeah. Is it Moray? Moray?
I have screwed up his last name a billion times. I call him Morse.
Yeah, well, because I
never used his
Moray
one of my closest friends, so I never used his last name.
James, you got a nice muscle, dude. If you want to trade me, I'll trade you right now.
Dude, he is super talented too. You should see some of his carving work. He's doing traditional East Coast people. We did a lot of cones.
Right.
He does hand carving cones. Just gorgeous stuff.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You know how nappy this is when it's not in this little tiny braid that used to be a lot thicker than this and a lot longer? Yeah, it's horrible. If you make me a comb, James, I'm not going to turn it away. I'm not going to kick it out of the ethereal bed, if you will.
And I want to do a big shout out to my sis, Shenandoah, my military sis, Air Force for a long time. One of my closest friends as well. My sister, without a doubt, I've known Shenandoah for a while. She has been nothing but support and love in my corner. Her son just graduated not too long ago, and he's a rocker, man. This kid's a rocker. You put it, he plays the guitar. I think he plays the bass, if I'm not mistaken. But the kid is just shredding out there.
Really? So is he's like an overall guitarist on this, or
man, he plays a little bit of everything. I was blown away when we went to go visit Shenandoah down there where she lives, up there where she lives at in New Jersey. I got to see some video of him performing. The kid has got major talents.
Man,
and now he's trying to raise money for his school. I mean, just all out the Shenandoah. Her husband is just amazing.
I heard a group. This chick, she's actually, I'm going to say this native woman, because I use the word chick endearingly. You know what I mean? What's up, Fabian Quinnell? Want to send a shout out to old our stick game traditional fam like that in a good way. You know what I mean? He's out there doing big things in the Grand Ronde community and doing it well like that. What up, Fabian? Anyway, I want to, to get back to what I was saying. this is something. Now where did I go? Did it just go right out the window? No, we were talking about musicians, and we're talking about well, there's one kid. Well, you were just saying about the kid that was playing that guitar. This gal, she's on TikTok. She is a native girl. She is where's she from? Muskogee. She's Creek native. And if I could find her, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna just see about it because I know she's not signed. Hold on. Let's see where she's at. It's something Abyss.
Dude,
I have to look up.
we gotta get Fabian back on here again.
Dude, we do. You know what, Fabian? You should come on there right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
Come on in, Fabian.
You see, he put up the dragonfly up there. That's dope. Well, that's an equal set. He's got 2 kick sticks, the center, and then let's see I'm not gonna mess up the names of the bones, bro. All I'm gonna say is you gotta tell me the set. I want to know exactly how stick gamers, what they call those sets, each of the sets, because you've got, what is it, 5 sticks per team, and then you've got the 2 hiders. You've got the one that's the money one, and then you've got the one that's the blank, right? And I've played. I'm not saying that I'm completely ignorant, but gosh darn it, you know what? I gotta find this lady. Hold on. I posted her on Facebook yesterday, and I'm gonna find her right now because, dude, she has got the voice, and I want to work with this woman, and some of the people that are in her camp. You know, hold on a second. She goes by, and I will tell you, her name is Casually Abyss on TikTok. But her artist name, what did she have the name out there? Gosh darn it. Anyway, I'm going to play it for you real quick so you can hear it if I can. You know what I'm saying, dude? She sounds like this. She's got this really old school vibe. She's really pretty lady. You know what I'm saying? She says her boyfriend and I are hip hop and neo soul duo, and they are working hard to establish themselves. I want to work with these artists like that. Hey, if you guys are making music in the native community, like my little bro Savell, the native, is one of the illest MCs you ever heard in your life. If you guys want to collab, I want to collab with you. You know what I mean? I want to collab with Fabian on some stick game songs, and I want to sit down there. I want to take your money because I'm not gambling anymore at the casinos or anything like that. But I said I'm never going to give up our stick game because that's a traditional thing and it connects us to our ancestors. And if you've got some pelts that you're willing to lose, Oregon is the beaver state, by the way. Hey, do you have any wolf pelts or anything like that in your collection?
I do. I am Wolf Clan of my people, and that's a special symbol amongst our people.
You can't hunt them, though, right?
Huh?
You can't hunt wolves, though, right?
No.
It's the same as my bro with Buffalo. That's his name.
We don't hunt our own kind. Right. I don't know many clans of any tribes that really hunt their symbol of their people. The wolf, because I was thinking about going old school traditional with the wolf pelt, and it's something that I've been, trying to go through it. Maybe it's $1,000 each lesson.
Really? There it is.
Only if you take Snap.
You're going to give me $1,000 of blessings? Well, yeah. Hey, if you guys aren't aware of the B&B Indigenous podcast, we advertise your powwows, your round dances, which are about to come to a close here. They say from the first snow on the ground to the last snow. That's Cree tradition like that. There's a lot of different traditions within our Cree folks. I am actually Cree, so I can speak on this. Nehiawak, that's right. And Anishinaabe McQuay, that's right. Chippewa Cree, Osage, and coastal native Tatutin Kalapuya. Upper and Lower Umpqua, Smith, Pitt, and Rogue Rivers, Shasta, Chetco, Gallus Creek, Euchre Creek. That's right. Good for you, James. I'm with you, man. I need $1,000 blessings. Anybody know did they win did somebody win the Powerball? Because Oregon what they said Well, it's national, but the Powerball was over $1 billion now again.
Yeah, man. Listen, I don't think the lottery is meant for me.
Well, I get that.
It's made for people that just need the money. I don't think it's designed for people that have a plan.
Well, can I?
You know
can
what
I,
kind of you? If I won the
so
lottery, you know how many
can I
lives I would help change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would you future trip with me, or we call it reality trip. We're gonna do that. I win the lottery. Okay.
That's right. If I won, there'd be signs.
That's right.
You'd see the news. Native American guy arrested for running down the street nude, hooping and hollering.
That's right. Also, his family said that he is not mentally ill. He was just celebrating the fact that for the first time in world history, and especially in the United States and or Canada, that somebody won a major jackpot like that, and he figured he'd celebrate by wearing his birthday suit because, of course, the emperor has no clothes. No,
See,
but
man,
I'm serious.
I would live out my dream, bro. For my dream has changed over the years, like everybody else as you grow.
Yeah.
I have this vision of buying a large piece of land, like 40 acres,
Right.
50 acres of land, and getting my closest friends and family I know close and giving them 5 acres each and
Dude.
building a community, a self-managing community that we
Yeah.
all take care of one another, our own little style reservation that we all
Well, dude,
support each other.
this is the
And
thing, bro.
teaching important things like growing for knowing how to live off the land, knowing how
Right.
to produce for your own good, knowing how to can, knowing how to greenhouse and hydroponics and aquaponics and
Right.
all these things. You know what I mean? That would
Right.
be like the perfect dream for me, to live in a community of all my closest friends and family and having them have their own land, not giving them a house, giving them
That's right.
land.
Right.
Buy as much land as humanly possible and just start filling up with natives.
So hear me. What I'm going to say right now is, like I said, I'm working on grant opportunities like that. If you guys have grant ideas that you want to share with us here at the B&B Indigenous Podcast, one of my businesses that still hasn't seen a lot of fruitful developments as of late is Powwow Television Network. I did have a website up for a while. I think I'm going to actually be changing the whole entire mode of that website once I get my grants in. One of which is hosting it's going to be a platform that is going to be like Roku, if you will, or Hulu or Netflix, but it's going to be for native entrepreneurial enterprise. So wait a minute, we're going to okay, hold on.
Nah, I got one. Here you go.
This is my family. We're both Ducks fans, so it's not rude for us to talk like this. Yeah, that's true story. But no, but if we could, we want to reinforce not just the tribal business motif, but listen, I've started 2 of these. These are still in development, but by the time I'm done with these businesses, they are going to be fluid, fully functional. They are going to be affiliate marketed. If you guys are native bead workers out there, or if you guys are like Patrick and have that big old, is that wood or is that no? It is wood, bro.
It's a work club I'm working on.
It's a fool be cool stick, is what they call that in the hood. That's dope. Really? Where'd you find that?
I want to actually, this would be one of my giveaways. Once I finish carving it and getting it going, this will be one of my giveaway product. I'm going through this stage of, like, I believe the way I was learned, the way I was taught.
Yeah.
Is that for you to get good, you must give good. So every time you get something given to you or something's been blessed upon you, you must bless others as much as you're blessed. That's right. I have been so blessed over this last year that, man, I want to do giveaways. I want to get stuff together, and and I also don't think we give stuff away anymore. It's always something for something.
Unless you go to a powwow, bro, like a where the people are keeping those traditions. I want to send a quick shout out to Krista Cyphers. That's my sister from a different mister out there like that. Krista is some hardcore fam out there. Her and my brother Lance and their family, some beautiful people. Just want to send a shout out. They are Peoria tribes from Oklahoma, as a matter of fact, and I grew up with their mom, and I actually got to meet their dad about a decade ago. Damn good people nonetheless. And of course, talking about Dexter Design and Development, that's my bro Lance Cypher's businesses. If you guys are looking for quality manufactured, machined like within nanometers parts for any of your machinery out there, I would encourage you to check out Dexter Design and Development. They are located in Hillsboro, Oregon, off of Elam Young Parkway. If you guys didn't know, you can find them on a Google search too. We, like I said, encouraging these businesses, Patrick. Skin Tunes up there in the corner bug. You see that? That was actually at the Tim White Eyes Memorial Powwow that I took those pictures. I took a series of pictures, and of course, digital downloads are the wave of the future. Like CDs, I mean, yeah, they're cool and everything. If you want to have the inserts and the mission statement of the drum or the family's history or things like that, like Northern Cree forever on all of their Canyon productions and even beyond. They have what the song means, the translations from the Cree dialect and what have you. But that's what I'm into, and I really want to see become something that because I feel like the people can benefit from that. But skintunes.com is going to be. It's not. I always say CD baby for lack of a better term, but if you have native music, if you're a death metal artist or you're an R&B producer, you're a turntablist, or you're a Christian Paris Superman producer that does, genius hip hop with the Back to the Future time machine in there, the DeLorean, you know what I mean? Like, and some cool actors and actresses in the native community, they're Solika like he is, you know what I mean? Like, we want to see that. So if you're feeling like you want to invest or you want to be able to buy digital downloaded music onto your devices, your phone or your iPad or your Mac or your MacBook Pro or whatever, skintunes.com is where it's at. So I'm still pushing these like that. And another quick shout out to Hustle Tribe. That's right. If you guys don't know, you need to get on and check out hustletribe.com. They also have affiliate businesses too. Patrick?
This year, I want to make sure I'm going to reach out to everybody. If you have a kid that's about to graduate, please let us know. If they graduate this year from high school, please let us know. We're going to try to get some gifts together, some swag to send out to say thank you, give them some blessings for their hard work through school. So if you have a kid out there that's about to graduate this year, let us know so we can make a list. So towards the end of the school year, we can start sending out some of these gifts. Oh, I want to give a shout out. My sister, she's out here watching. Lakota. It's my sister, my Army sister, airborne. And I want to give her love out there. And she's an amazing ambassador here on the East Coast. She travels all over the place. She's just an amazing warrior inside and out, not just for the Army, but also for her community. I mean, she's just a great representation for our young women. She's strong. She's proud. She's amazing in every way. Love you, sis.
Hey, and her name is again, Patrick?
Lakota.
Dude, really? That's dope. Lakota. Hold on, I'm going to make that a song real quick. Lakota, away, watch it better. Lakota, yeah. Hey, if you guys want to join us at the B&B Indigenous podcast, you can call the phone line 206-303-8814. We can chew the fat, especially with Alaskan tribes, because they chew whale blubber up there quite often. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my bro, Lawrence Salt, down there. He stays in Salt Lake area in Utah. And, they don't waste the animal. Dene Bikia, man. Those guys get down and they eat the guts. And I mean, I don't know about, I know that they don't, there's certain parts of the guts they probably don't because of the toxicity of it, but I'm not Navajo, so I can't speak on that particularly. But I can tell you, we speak similar languages, Patrick. And those
she sent me something that she's doing, so I want to read this from her.
Yeah.
On 3/31 of every year, we should commemorate Cole's legacy by wearing braids on the anniversary of his journey to the spirit world. This is also an opportunity to educate others about the cultural significance behind why we don't cut our hair, why only certain people can braid or touch our hair, and why our hair is sacred to us as indigenous peoples, Native American tribes, or nations.
Yeah.
And she shared that on her Facebook. I thought that was a message that needs to be that vocal. She's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Well, it says I have a friend in NorCal that professionally makes t-shirts and decal stickers. If anyone is interested, all you have to do is just send your designs or ideas and he'll get you a discount. That's my bro, my cousin Frank out there in Grand Ron. If you guys want to make contact, you guys, all you got to do is call the B&B Indigenous Podcast Studio at area code 206. Again, 206-303-8814, and we will definitely be able to get you in touch with my cousin Frank. You know what I mean? I don't give out people's personal information. I'll tell them about their Facebook, page or the multiple pages that they might have an artist, anything like that. But I'll tell you what, I've actually seen the man's work that he's talking about, and until we have the actual permission to speak on his business. And if Frank, if you get his business name for us and you actually make contact with him, we really want to be able to put that up there because, like I said, he is Native affiliated and he has a good business altogether. And a lot of the times, if you're making t-shirts for powwows or something like that, and you only want to bring 20 of a certain type of shirt or whatever, you send it out and you get it printed. And if you know the Native Connect, especially Grand Ron, man, I got some awesome old school dig deep, canoe journey t-shirts and stuff like that. And then when Patrick gets his dugout canoe, are you going to use a birch tree?
That's the plan as of right now. I've never done it on my own. I got some people here in Virginia, some of the upper Manipani, some of the people that have more knowledge. So what I'm going to do, my plan is to not just do it right here in my backyard, but to post about it. I'll be doing live video from doing this. You know what I mean? We need to start taking back some of these traditional arts. Beading, not all tribes beaded, and our tribes use these kind of beads, and our tribes use the same type of wood for canoes and why we use the certain canoes. It's time to start taking back these traditional arts and putting them back into production. Before this information, this knowledge is lost forever.
Man, and see, with the encouragement of putting back, that is so, I don't know, for whatever reason, that's why I was talking about it earlier. If you have a craft, don't hesitate to share it. Like a lot of people will be like, well, it's going to take away from my money stream or whatever. It's like, no, that's not what's going on. Okay, well, let's see. Or if you want to take it in your regalia, he owns a photography company as well. I want to bring this up. This is something that I thought was really amazing because I miss these. If you guys are powwow people like myself and like Patrick and his family, there used to be a guy that would run around and he actually made them like Tops and Donruss and Fleer powwow trading cards. I want to give our kids the future. This is the reason why dogs.
That would be badass trading cards with dancers on them.
Dude, I mean, me and you are going to be the first one, like rated rookie, and then that was Donruss had the rated rookie, and then Tops had their style, but then when Fleer came out, when Upper Deck was my
dude,
shit.
And do trading cards of your favorite dancers.
Yes,
that would be banging ass. I would love, and I would sell those decks.
I'm going to be doing some mock-ups of them tonight, and I'm going to steal your photos. Listen, powwow people. Polish Shabala, you know what I mean? All my bros out there, and sisters out there in the community that dance, just be prepared. Like I'm going to send them their mock-ups. I took some wicked, really, really, really awesome, like 4 and 8K pictures at the Heart Butte powwow in the summer. As a matter of fact, Welpin at powwow, the same thing. Richard Street, Lonnie Street, you know what I mean? Say Verna Street. Like if you guys are in your outfits or whatever,
heartbreaking, man. Some of my favorite dancers don't even dance anymore, man. I'd love to have a Jonathan Wendy Boy rookie card. You know what I mean?
Well, it's gonna be
if we had cards on the back of the card, it would say Tribe. Tribe years dance. Their hobbies, and then a personal quote from that person. That would be fantastic, man. I mean, I would collect them. I used to be an old baseball card collector when I was a kid. I grew up in the 80s. So baseball cards were invented. I would love to have trading cards of my favorite dancers.
Nick Sanford Bellegarde. This is an argument that's been going for 35 years. He stole all my baseball cards and I want them back. I just tease. No, he actually, I think the word would be not stole. He procured, right? Right.
He's
Crow
family.
Belfort, sending a shout out to my
borrowing.
brother Crow. You know, that's right. He is the son of one of the founders of the American Indian movement. As a matter of fact, we're trying to get Crow to come in and be one of our guests here soon. The next, I'm hoping that he's got that time. He's always out there going to powwows and shindigs around Minnesota area and even into the Dakotas and Wisconsin and Michigan and Florida and Georgia. Hey, but yeah, he said next time I come out there, he's going to take me out to the best Juicy Lucy burger joint there is. What was it, Matt's Bar? I think that's what my bro Drew was saying when he went out there to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Every region's got its thing, right? Texas barbecue, right? Smokehouse. My uncle owns a smoker and he makes wicked awesome like brisket and pulled pork. My bro Brian and his wife down there, they're Texans. So they're Oklahomans and Texans, I guess you could say. But you know what I mean? Everybody's got their thing. In the Northwest, you cannot go to a powwow without having some sort of a salmon feed on Saturday at dinner break. You know what I mean? What do you guys have at dinner break over there at the Penn State powwow? What do they cook up? I mean, is it Indian tacos or do they got like?
Yeah, man, it's basic, but it's good. He's been doing the same thing. They do Indian tacos, and then on one side, they feed all the dancers for free. So all the dancers come in, they give them, Pepsi and Indian tacos and all the fixins, and then on the other side, they have like hot dogs, hamburgers, things for people that not necessarily understand our way of eating.
Yeah. Crow just said, sure, let him know that he just got home from Sioux Falls for a rally over there. Just said a young man was beaten by the Sioux Falls Popos. So Sioux Falls police, count coup on you. You know what I mean?
Hey, tell him to send us information. Send us some more where we can get into this information. We can post more about this information.
Yeah, he's listening to us right now. So like I said, yeah, Crow, if there's a possibility, you can put us in touch with some of the members of that community over there. We really want to start connecting the dots, man. This is the thing. If they're kicking our kids' asses and things like that, and they're especially if it's unprovoked, I don't care. As a former law enforcement officer, they can call it the use of force continuum. There's an escalation that starts first. The first escalation is force presence. You show up. Usually, if there's a fight or something like that going on, if the police show up, all of a sudden everybody stops. Not all the time. I'm just saying sometimes, most of the time. And then the last bit of that is deadly force, but there's no excuse for them doing what they do.
I want to give a big shout out to another viewer, a close friend of mine, a brother, I should say one of my elders. Teddy, thank you for coming on, joining us. A military veteran, man. This guy is amazing. I got to get to know him this last couple of years, and he's just been fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Teddy. And thanks for everybody for coming back and joining us again. We're so happy to be back on the air.
Right.
We're actually working on some sponsorship. I'm working on sponsorship on my end here for the B&B podcast, which only going to get better. We do have some giveaways coming up.
So Crow says Allison Renville, she is running for Sioux Falls City Council, and she is a native gal. So Sioux Falls, listen to me, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You got Sioux City, Iowa, and you got Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And they're both on Interstate 29. I've been out there plenty of times. As a matter of fact, my last trip, while I was making my way back to the Pacific Northwest, put me through South Dakota all the way across Interstate 90 until I got out there to Balin's Montana, boy. But make sure and support Allison Renville. If you guys are voting out there in Sioux Falls elections, make sure and check them out. At Pippin decals, there he is right there. What type of trading cards are you looking for? This is Frank's buddy.
Hey, so Pippin, this is what I'm thinking. So think of the same size as the traditional baseball cards, okay?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
How it would work is you get any dancer.
2.5.
That's it, right? Any dancer that'd be interested can send you money to get there and send you a picture they like. You can turn it into a trading card. In the back of the card, it could say our tribe. It says tribe ... our tribe. It would say years dance ... and then it would say hobbies, and then at the bottom it would be a quote of the day. That's it. and then at the bottom it would say quote, and then that dancer would give a quote for his trading card. And how awesome would that be to be able to just go around and trade off cards with you of your favorite dancers?
Right. Well, see, I'm going to post this up so everybody can get an idea as to what I want to do for the Native community out there when it comes to telecommunications in the 21st century. Now, take a look in here. I want you guys to see this. Smoke Signals Wireless. And I'm not talking about your phone catching on fire from your lithium-ion battery drying out either. I'm saying that's our first native telecommunications company for the 21st century, Smoke Signals Wireless. Check them out at Walmart today. Yeah, you see what I mean? You could do these voiceovers for this. It would be dope. But we're going to put this out. Like I said, Pippin Decals. You guys check them out. Pippin Decals. What's happening, Big Pippin? See, I just made him another commercial. So you got
Pippin Decals. That would be, I'm just saying, man, I would promote the hell out of that because it would get one, letting our kids see our family members and our favorite dancers on another type of medium.
Hell
like
yeah,
dude.
Like
a trading card. I think it would just, for me, it would be, I would definitely pay for my picture and everything to be done as a card. That way my kids can collect them. My kids can collect them. Look, my dad's on a trading card. There's bragging rights. My dad's on a trading card.
Yeah.
I'll trade this picture for that picture of my favorite dancer. I want to collect all the big champion women's fancy dancers.
They had them before in the 90s, bro. I'm telling you, this is what I know. I mean, but the idea when something gets discontinued, first of all, it pisses me off. But secondly, hey, before I say any more, Mary MJ Archie, I want to say what's up to you. Sending a shout out. Thanks for joining us on the B&B Indigenous podcast. And Susan Harjo, is it Suzanne? I believe it is. Dude, yeah, it is. You know what? He made that hat for me. And now, he said he's going to give that to me because he loves me.
I got to start making hats again. This is one of the first hats I ever worked on. My brother, Dave Gandy, Dave Two Hawks, he is a major contributor to my beading ability and this hat in particular. So yeah, man, I got to start making hats again, and I'll start making them. Maybe I'll make a couple and give some away. Would y'all be willing? How many of y'all out there would be interested in if I start making hats, start giving them away? Would you start promoting the page a little bit more?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Listen, Ruben Littlehead Sr., Mr. Voice of Gathering of Nations. That's right. Him. That's right. I'm telling you, man. Hey, you know what? He wears a top hat, dude. He's actually got a birch bark top hat, Patrick.
Ooh, I've seen those. Those are fire.
They're so crazy, bro.
Insanely expensive.
This homeboy that cut his, I met him one time, but he cut his braid off, man. You know what I'm talking about? He did birch bark.
The guy that went, the old cat that was womanizing, went live on Facebook crying and cut his hair. And it was about as sincere as I am tall. And if y'all know me, I'm not touching any ceilings in any rooms anytime soon.
No, we're not going there. But Cushman, I'm looking forward to it right now, dog. I'm looking forward to seeing your work. And make sure you post that on the B&B Indigenous podcast page on Facebook. Pippin Decals, you could use a business card and have it printed on double-sided. I have a huge outsource for many things, which include hats, embroidery, stickers, engraving, etc. And he runs his own group. That's right. Check out Big Pippin. Big
Pippin, send us some pictures of what you do so we can promote, not just on the B&B Indigenous podcast. I'll promote them on my own personal Facebook page, as well as Ron. There's a lot of people that look for that kind of stuff. We want to most definitely promote you in every way.
Hello.
So send us some examples.
I think my uncle's calling out to me. He doesn't know I'm on the podcast, but we've got lots of stuff going on at the house. I'm taking off tomorrow. I got to go help out a family down in Southern Oregon with some bereavement stuff. But okay, Uncle. I would spread the word. You know what, Teddy Lloyd? Want to say thank you. Hey,
that's my Uncle Teddy right there, man.
Really?
Military veteran, just a great person all the way around, a great example for other young Native veterans to follow.
That's dope. My cousin Charlie
Also a
Claus
member of the
Rodriguez
Haudenosaunee
jumped on
people.
there too. Really?
He's also a Haudenosaunee. Yep.
Dude, my cousin Charlie's on right now watching too. I call her auntie cousin because it's her name is Sharon Lee Morales Belgard. I think she just holds on to Belgard name because she knows that people will recognize that. But she's married to a wonderful man. They're some of my Salem family. Belgards, like I told people all the time, are like chicken pox. We're all over the whole body. You know what I mean? You got Belgards in Alberta, you got Belgards in Saskatchewan, you got
That is
Belgards
such
in
a that's a hell of
Manitoba.
a pickup line. That's a hell of
Yeah,
a pickup line. Hey
all in
baby, I'm a
Texas.
bell guard. I'm like chickenpox. I'm all over the body.
You're thick. Yeah, I'm gonna need those flickers and them yellow hammers that you got on there. I don't know. Yeah, my bro, he actually hooked me up with some of those. But I just, I know. Hey, you keep
I've
those
been
evil
blessed,
feathers
man.
very
I have
careful. I will sing a pickup
to
song
what?
for you like that. If you drop any of those off, I have spinners like that on my for my head roach,
He's
which
right
I need
here.
to get. Izzy Tamayo, lead singer of Upstream Drum. If you guys haven't heard Izzy and Upstream singers, you guys need to check them out. They are getting badass. I'm just gonna say, see, that's how I replaced the F word. See how I did that right off? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you. I'm not actually
Like
saying it. So
we
parental
we have these little
advisory.
girls running around, and we're bad for like we're trying to like be PG, and we started doing this to each other now. Whenever we get upset, we're like,
Yeah, right. What is
you ever
what's
from Friends?
Mohammed
You ever, it's
Mo Ammer says this is how the Arabs do it like this. Like
yeah,
he says, you think the bird is bad? He said, try it like this. This is the
yeah. So my oldest daughter is looking at me, and I'm doing this. I'm like, you know what? I
yeah.
have no
Hell
clue
yeah.
whatsoever what I was referencing.
Dude, you know what? I want to say again, thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. It's only going to keep growing bigger and better. Guys can find us on youtube.com. Shout out to Shannon Ryan Gustafson out there. She's watching on my Facebook profile, which is pretty cool. Patrick's probably got a litany of people tuning in. We've had more people at this time than we had in a really long time. If you guys have guest suggestions, if you know any up and coming Native artists in your community that you want to share their talents with us and they can share it with the rest of the world, we'd love to see them. You know what I mean? Because we've got this ability where we can put up pictures and do all of that, and we can show videos. We've got opportunities on this podcast to do all kinds of cool stuff like that. We don't just sit there and talk about every child matters because it's important. I mean, it is important. It's one of the utmost important situations that there is, but we want to share the opportunity for everybody out there in the Native community to become a tribal business professional. So they're not just standing there like my brother back in black. That's right, looking sharp as an onyx blade, bro. Which, by the way, is razor black, right? It's onyx black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Onyx, I think so.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man. The B&B Indigenous podcast supports Native artists, entrepreneurs, vendors, people that are looking to, broaden and expand their horizons out there in the Native community. If I'm not mistaken, Susan Harjo is a well-known Native family out there that does a lot of work, in media, in cultural development and resource opportunities for tribal governments, which is another thing that I was going to be talking about here real quick. We've been talking about hydro and aquaponics situations. As a fact, I wrote like a 7-part grant. Oh, I didn't write it. I'm going to tell you my secret. The grant opportunity was listed on things that I had put within the search parameters for Chat GPT, which is called openai.com. For all you Native kids out there that you want to make money in your Native community, you want to get your hustles up, you want to build tribal businesses. I'm talking about this. This is my own personal thought and feeling on it. We have our culture, heritage, language, and traditions. We also have respect for earth, air, fire, water, our mother earth, the creator of all things. But we also must be understandably connected and because of the equal importance for science and engineering in the 21st century. I'm talking about alternative energy development. I'm talking about business opportunities for Native kids in the future. I'm talking about education programs out there. Artificial intelligence may be scary for some people, but I can tell you my understanding about it right now. Um, we move forward in the 21st century with advents of technology such as this to say, well, you know what, we are preserving our language. We've developed language apps that are actually available right now, but I'm talking about like language apps where you're like, damn, dude, it taught me the whole language in like 3 months. It's time to reveal the truth of Native peoples and their families. You're right, Uncle. You're damn right, and that's the way that it should be. We have the opportunity right now. We have the opportunity right now to make so much headway. We can be out there at the powwow. We could be at a round dance. We could still be getting our hustle on with all of these things, not just we're in Hustle Tribe. I'm talking about the real hustle. Like, what are you guys doing? Oh, we grow 10,000 pounds of vegetables a month in our hydro and aquaponics gardens in Navajo Nation or Salt River Maricopas or Creek tribes or Muskogee
we have talked about this many times,
yeah.
and people don't realize the opportunity that's being missed when it comes to aquaponics and hydroponics.
That's right.
You know, it's a technology that's been around for thousands of years. The Mayans used it, the Greeks used it, and the technologies to come back to work on how to grow vegetables at a large scale without needing a large piece of dirt, without having to deal with the pesticides, without you're talking about growing thousands of pounds of vegetables in a small space that's very manageable, growing in the way of our ancestors, in the way they used to do it. Hydroponics and aquaponics, it just takes a little I'm going to be frank. Let me talk frank. Get off your ass and research this. I have done it. That's what I'm working on. I have a hydroponic system outside right now that I'm working on. I need to take some pictures and video of it. I got a hydroponic system growing vegetables right now. And that hydroponic system can be taken inside and grown year round with just a grow light. And you're talking about healthy vegetables all year long producing. Could you imagine a greenhouse, a functioning aquaponics greenhouse in Arizona, in Nevada, in these places that don't have soil to grow, and be able to feed all the nation's people free, being able to feed your people for free all year long. No one should go without fresh vegetables. There's a reason why. I mean, we are in this loop of just disease. You know, people. I had this one lady. She goes, "Well, what is it like to be get commods?" I said, "Believe it or not, you're on commods. The only difference is they don't tell you that you're commods and you're paying for them. You're still getting the unhealthy crap they gave us, the big block of government cheese, which I still love to this day, which wasn't good for me. The amounts of bread, the amounts of flour, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
There's another way to garden, to produce massive amounts of food. We don't all have to go towards the casino routes. We don't have to do that. This is a renewable source of food that we can have year round. All we have to do is bring this education to our tribal societies and teach this is how we grow vegetables and hydroponics and aquaponics and get this food out there, man. There's no need for us to be eating ring dings and ding dongs from the grocery store all the time, or we can get fresh vegetables.
I like Gansito, okay? They're otherwise known as Mexican Twinkies, but they make Twinkies like they make them bad. You know what I mean? Hey, what does he say? Hey, you know what? Teddy was saying that, be proud of who we are, stand tall. Patrick, your garden is awesome. Cousin Frank.
Hey, brother, right after the podcast, I'll send you my information right on here, okay? So stand by. We have about 20 more minutes left of the podcast, 25 more minutes of the podcast. We'll be get off. I'll send you all my business information. I definitely want to share all you guys' good stuff, all your business information on my Facebook page as well as here on the B&B Indigenous
We
podcast.
want you to share with us as well. We want you guys to be able to get a hold. You see that logo up there on the right corner of your screen there? That there is the B&B Indigenous podcast logo. Special shout out real quick to Laz Roan. Thanks for tuning in tonight with us. Make sure you guys are putting that. Let me see if I can do it right. Is it this one over here? It's right here. Hold on there. In this general region. Get to know it. We want you guys to share it with your communities. If you guys want to, start banging from the general council perspective on your crooked tribal council situation or something like that, we want to hear from you.
Hey,
am I right?
What is this Mighty Oregon? What is his name again?
My cousin Frank Quinnell. That's right. Mr.
Hey, Frank,
Quinnell
I'm going to do you one better. Not only am I going to share, we are going to talk to you about bringing you on live. And I want you to present some of your stuff. We want to talk about your business and what you're capable of doing.
That's his business relation, Mr. PippinDecals.com. So that is something that I think, well, look at Mr. William. That's right. That's right. You can. And we want you to do this because this is multi-beneficial. It's multi-level. It's multitasking, multi-talented, multinational, you name it. If we want to see the business developments in our communities get stronger in this 21st century, the age of information, the golden age, the age of reason, whatever you'd like to call it, it starts with working together and killing the crab in the bucket syndrome, not the crabs.
Absolutely, man.
Because we want to knock that. We're the B&B Indigenous podcast is going to kick that bucket over sideways.
Absolutely. No more of this. No more of this. More of this.
That's right.
More of this, baby. More of this. I have my buddy just talk about it on Facebook. He says, one of the worst things about being native is the crab in the bucket mentality. I've had friends like that myself, that when I was down in the dumps, they loved me to death. Loved me to death when I was down in the dumps. Oh, you can do it, Patrick. You'll come out. Soon as I start doing better, oh, you think you better than us. You think you can't do this. Oh, you ain't like us. Listen. We got to get out of that nasty ass mindset. And don't expect everybody going to pull you up with them. Sometimes they are leaving a path for you. They're leaving breadcrumbs of their success. Learn to pick up the breadcrumbs and stop expecting someone that's doing good to come up to pull you up. Their ability to pull you up is just leaving those breadcrumbs behind you. And we have to get out of this mindset and go, you know what? See that guy's successful, and I'm going to make him more successful by about blowing him up even more.
Yeah. And I'm going to type this in because I'm going to post it up. It is something that needs to be addressed, and I'm going to address it. Are here, and I'm hold on for all of you there. We want to help. So this is what I'm putting out as somebody who's dealing with parental alienation at this moment. Okay. Parents that are dealing with parental alienations, we are here for all of you, and we want to help. I want to help you. I can tell you what it feels like on my heart and spirit to not have my kid with me every single day. And I'm just going to put her up there because she's been on the podcast with me sitting in my lap. Patrick was there to witness this at that time. This is my daughter, Yana. I love her with everything I am. I have a 20-year-old son, Isaiah Luppet. I love him with everything that I am. If you guys are going through it, if you guys are concerned about things that are going on in your life circle or your family or with your kids or anything like that, you feel like mediation is important, it most certainly is. And I want to say as a father who's going through this situation right now that you don't have to go through it alone. If you're feeling depressed, if you're having suicidal thoughts, I've been there. And I want you to know whatever that is in your life and you need that help, you feel like you're out of touch with everybody or you need to go and jump in the sweat, wherever you're at, okay? Wherever you're at, we are here for you. Patrick's been through it. I've been through it. We've got plenty of family out there that's been through it. You know what I'm saying?
I always said, like, I've scraped the bottom, man, but you know what, though? Look where I'm at now, man. To get where I'm at now, I had to go through that hell I went through. I had to hurt. I had to cry. I had to be in pain. I had to feel those things. But now, look, I get up every morning and I sit in front of the sun and I sing my morning song. I greet the sun in the morning, and I'm just in the best place. But I had to go through that hell. So I understand it definitely, man. I scraped the bottom of that barrel Like I said,
Right.
stop living in the past and start realizing, man, you're still here. You're still here and you're still here now. Just do it. Just worry about doing a little bit better than you did yesterday. If you can focus on that, if you can go, I ain't going to be the greatest. I'm not going to focus on being the greatest person in the world. I'm just going to focus on being a little bit greater than I was yesterday. If you can do that every day, just a little bit, If I read today, if I read half a page of a paper, today I'll read a page and 3 lines.
That's right.
Or a page and a quarter. But I'm going to continue to improve in every way. That's what we got to remember. There is no cap to improvement, body, mind, and spirit. And it's true because I've been there. It's all about the way you allow yourself to think. And you are your worst enemy. I knew I was. That person in the mirror is the only person in the world that can control you between doing anything.
Yeah, dude. I mean, man, what did he just put it? He put this up. You can call me anytime, brother. We need to take care of each other because each other is all we have. PTSD is painful. So contact me. I want to say thank you out there to everybody, including Lauren, who sent me a message today, sent me his telephone number. There's another Native brother out there in the community from the Dene Biké, like that, sent me that. That made me feel really good. It's good to hear uncles out there. A lot of people out there are going through similar situations like that. James just said I can hook up a comb, make them out of cedar. We got some Pacific cedar right here. We got Western red cedar.
Dude, I love seeing that, man. Dude, I love that, bro. I love everything I love about James. One thing you'll get to know about James, got the biggest heart in the world, man. If you need it, he's got it. He'll send it. He'll help you. I mean, my bustle that I danced with today, I just mentioned to him, I was like, hey, man, I would love to one day, because I had never had a golden eagle bustle. I've only had bald eagles. I'm very blessed to have bald eagle bustles. Not saying nothing about it. But I said, hey, brother, I said, one day on my wish list, I'll have a golden eagle bustle. One day I'll have one. Creator bless me with one day. He wrote me next day. He said, send me your address. I want to send you a few things to help you out. In the mail, I get a beautiful set and put my my bustle get put together. I owe it to him, man. That's the kind of person he is. And I keep saying, I said, hey, man, what can I send you back? What do you need? You need anything? Let me. Nah, man, I'm good, Pat. I'm good. I just want you looking good out there. Took care of me that way.
Yeah, what is it? Preach that sermon, Pat. That's right. Preach.
I'm on my high horse, man. I'm on my high horse. I feel good. I'm just so tired of the negativity that we allow ourselves to do. And we are our own worst enemy. We really are. And until we start celebrating each other's accomplishments, I love seeing my brothers and sisters out there posting their accomplishments. I did this. I cheerlead, man. I am right here to cheerlead. I want to be your biggest cheerleader. If you're local, I'll come and cheerlead for you right in front of you. I'll go to support you. I do whatever I need to do. But I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be, when you look back at what you say, well, Patrick's always been there to support me. And I want other people to be able to feel that way as well. Because only with that will we go anywhere. We'll never go anywhere if we don't start acting that way.
Dude, seriously, man. And not only that, but like, there's this thing. There's this surge. I'm dealing with a surge right now, and this can take me either way. And having brothers like yourself to support me, to give me their perspective, talking about things you've experienced with counselors in your life and in your world and your day-to-day, your depressions, your anxiety, all of that. And then to the way that you picked yourself up. I mean, I don't like the term by the bootstraps. I think there's, but we picked ourselves up by the moccasins, bro.
I did not pick myself up, man. I had a community that picked me up. I do not want to take any credit for where I'm at right now. Reason I am where I'm at, someone said, here's my hand, take it. Someone else said, hey, talk to me. Hey, talk to this person. Let me hear how you feel. It wasn't me. I don't want to take credit for that because I would have given up. At that point, I'd given up. But I tell you what I have learned. I have learned that I am way stronger than I ever knew I could be. Everyone else told me I could be strong. but I am way stronger than I could ever thought I could be. And it's because of the people in my life that just really just picked me up, pushed me forward, telling me they weren't allowing me to lay down. They weren't allowing me to give up. So yeah, man. And that's, I want to be that for somebody else. I want to be that guy like for you. And I know that the dark times hit you. I want to be the guy to go, dude, I'm right here with you, bro. We'll fight this together. I'm going to put my gloves on too.
I want to be there to say hello to Rolina Marceau out there. You know, I'm not sure. You know, you guys type in the comments. If you type in the comments, let us know where you guys are at tonight. You know what I'm saying? Are you out there, Miccosukee? Are you out there at Mashpee Wampanoag? Are you guys over there at Mashantucket Pequot or Eastern Pequot? Are you guys over there at Chickasaw or Choctaw? You know, are you employed at the World Resort out there off of Interstate 35 and exit 3 in Oklahoma as soon as you come across? Hey,
all right, we're gonna let's do a tribe roll call. If you're sitting there watching our broadcast today, represent your tribe. Let me hear where you're from.
That's right. If you guys, if you're like Jim J. Ayer out there, he's a part of the Winnemucca Indian Colony family like that. We want to send a shout out to Jim as well and his sister Linda and the rest of their family out there. I know I'm going to say this. I can tell you their family, if I'm not mistaken, tell me if I'm wrong, Jim. Okay. Paiute and Shoshone, Western Shoshone to be exact. Winnemucca, Sarah Winnemucca, and her father, Chief Winnemucca, that was the namesake of that town there off of Interstate 80 and Highway 395. Teddy Lloyd's all the way out there in Mohawk Country, PA. Man, it's already
brother,
you out there. It's 10 o'clock. Oh my God, we're a minute after.
Cashman, you send me an invite, brother. And I'll put it on my calendar and I'll make it a point to get out there and go.
Dude, well, see, my question is can I wear like some badass eagle feathers? If I wear a black tie, it's got to be like, I was thinking about a black and white eagle feather, just a center feather straight down with some work like that. You know what I mean? Some people, you can't put a feather like that. First of all, feathers, my bro says it like this. Okay, kids, you plug your ears. Eagles have sex in their feathers. But he said, yeah, he'll be a Mashantucket museum. That's really dope. You know what I mean? Roger that. Man,
I'll come up. I'll definitely come up and support you. Just let me reach out to me, send me all the details. I'll put it on the calendar and we'll make it a go.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here
Matter of fact, brother, I'll do a broadcast to the B&B Indigenous. While we're there, I'll do a live broadcast right here to B&B Indigenous podcast. Let everybody know what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. Yep, Jim says greetings from Winnemucca, Nevada. He's out there. Our bro Kyle, as a matter of fact, Kyle, Missouri. He moved to Reno, Sparks area. Him and his grandma have been staying out there. Yeah, what? In a good way like that. Man, I'm telling you what, you know what, Patrick? I really want to do this because I feel good about it tonight, man. This is one of those shows that you're like, okay, things are really going good. If you guys, like I said, if you want to support tribal businesses, I'm going to say it to you real quick. Make sure you support mine. Here's the skintunes.com. As well, don't forget about Powwow Television Network. We're going to get these websites up and running. We also want to make sure that if you guys know anything about tribal music, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. My bro, James Edmund Greeley, is a 2017 name. Hear it? Hear it?
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Here it is. Hold on. Can you still hear me, Patrick? Okay, good. Well, let's see. We want to make sure that everybody out there that has tribal music, if you're a powwow drum, okay, if you're a ceremonial drum, we're not going to be putting your music out there, because a lot of the times the people will say that, ceremonial music should not be recorded. You know what I mean? And it's true. It's something that, look at, he pulled up my sacred flute, he said he wanted to play. Yeah, right. Me too, dude.
Listening to somebody else play just puts me in the mood.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I mean. This is the way that we should be ending shows. You know what I mean? And I'm going to bring this down like that. Check out James Edmund Greeley's CD. Patrick's going to be having a CD coming out here soon too, so we're going to be putting that in the mix. If you didn't know, okay, I'm going to bring that back up to a comfortable level. But Patrick wants to play, and we want him to play too, because the last time he played, he didn't actually get the opportunity to, really like go and flex on it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so now we're going to give him that opportunity. I'm going to pull all these banners down because we're not like trying to multi-advertise while he's playing his music, but we want you guys to enjoy it. If you guys have any special requests, all you got to do is send us a comment like that. Mr. Patrick Little Wolf Brooks is a seasoned flutist. Is it flautist?
Flutist. I'll stick with flutist. I think I've mispronounced it, but flutist is. I'll stick with flutist.
I like flautist.
Flautist. Well, I'm working on a song for a good friend of mine. I've been asked to play the flute at their wedding. So I'll give you a snippet of that song, just a little bit, because I'm still tweaking it. Give you just little tidbits as we're out here doing our thing.
You too, Yolanda. You have a great evening too. She's sending us comments and love like that.
All right, send love. Thank you.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Little Wolf Brooks. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like, damn. I mean, I pick up instruments. Like, I'll bust some trumpet. You know what I mean? If I get a little, like one of them pocket trumpets, like this big. You know what I mean? Hold on. You can't even see me. Hold on. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. There you are. Get the controls right, Ron.
If you need me to perform, brother, I'll bring the equipment. I'll come perform. Anything I can do to help, let me know. I'll bring my equipment. I'll come do a couple flute songs if you'd like.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man. And we want to say first of all, thank you everybody for showing up tonight. You know what I mean? Got to put on that outro music to give us that vibe like that. Because
hold on, you just made us a song, Ron. Did you know way to play that song for us?
Oh, don't worry, it's coming after this, and then we've got the outro video. You guys seen it? Like the intro, I'm gonna play it again because I'm really proud of all of the work I've been putting in lately. We got Powwow trading cards in development right now. We've got Dog Soldier Comics and Tribal Force Comics out there about to do the damn thing. We got tribal businesses popping up all over Indian country. I'm telling you, man, we got beadwork tutorials. We got people that want to teach our kids how to make powwow regalia and bustles and drums and feather cases and flutes. And we want Patrick to be out there in schools, like making them extra thousands, right? Yeah.
Dude, I'm like stoked. I'm in a good place. I just want to share this good feeling I have. I want to share it and just travel and just do my thing, man. I just want to be the fire underneath everybody I can.
So this was the one that I made us a jam. This is it right here. Let's turn it up so you can hear it. It's only short. It's very short because it's only a beeper, right?
Now, I want you to play our theme song that you made.
The next time we come back, I'm going to make that. That's going to be our entry music. Okay.
Can I give a sample right now?
Oh, please. Yeah. No, I want to hear it. I'm going to bring this down.
All right, bring this down. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the B&B Indigenous Podcast new theme song. We have our own theme song. I got you, Cashman. I got you, buddy. Cashman, I'm going to take care of you, bro. I'm gonna bring all my equipment and I'll come perform at the event. So Ron is kind of he doesn't take credit that well. So I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. He did a lot of work on this. It sounds amazing. This is our new theme song. I want to hear what y'all guys think. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch over here.
You're gonna upload it, right? You can upload it to the outro.
I can't upload it, unfortunately, because I don't have the MP3.
Oh my God! Well, I got to make sure. I lost all my stuff like 6 months ago, so we'll have to figure it out. I know you still got it on there.
Yeah, I got it on. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah,
I have had so many people rate me.
We're staying through right now because we love you guys. We've been on for 2 hours tonight. We're really proud of the show.
All right, here we go.
Here it is. Now I want to hear it really like extra beautifully. Oh my God, Patrick! How could you know what? I do have that on here, bro. I'm pulling that up. As a matter of fact, I'm adding it right now. Okay. This is happening, bro. This is happening. Here, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. Since you made me do this because it's processing it right now, you're just gonna have to hold on. But
yeah,
here it is. Here it is.
Dude,
same lyrics, different song.
Native people that can't be denied. They shed light on the struggles, the issues we face. Their voices resonate, bringing justice and grace. From historical pain to modern day strife. Be indigenous, stand up for the right. So let's raise our voices, let's make some noise. Support the podcast, spread indigenous joy. Spread that joy through music and stories. We'll educate and connect. Be indigenous, we won't forget. Yo.
B&B Indigenous Podcast, talking all these things and hoping the subject lasts. Keeping it going just like that. It's Patrick Claps. Yeah. How you look back?
Dude, our podcast has a damn intro song. That's hot. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely the intro. Dude, I'm telling you what, we're going to be back. Like I said, don't worry. This is one of many amazing episodes out there. I'm going to play the intro music. We're getting out of here.
So I want to put a vote out there for all my watchers. Did you like the time that we came on tonight? Was this fitting everybody's? Because everybody has to work. Everyone. So we're trying to figure out what time and date to come on every week. So if you like the time and date that we're on tonight, let us know. If you think it would work better on Sunday evenings, let us know. We are here for our people. So our time is underneath scrutiny right now. So what you want is what we're going to give. So let us know how you feel about the time of day and day of week that we're doing this on.
Would you guys feel like, would you be okay with a topless calendar of me like in a fireman's outfit or more for the B&B Indigenous Podcast next Saturday? We're still planning. Like I said, we're going to bring the brother Belcourt into the studio with us. He's going to be joining us live. We're going to be talking about the history, the current, and the future of the American Indian movement. We want you to make sure and stay tuned for that. And don't be, don't be trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? And we want to hear from you guys. If you guys have well wishes, you have powwow flyers, round dance flyers, you guys got bear dance flyers, you got some bird dances going on down there in Southern California. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear about that, you guys. And we want you to remember, enjoy the hell out of the rest of your night and stay with us. We're going to play that outro, but we really enjoy you being with us tonight. All of you who joined in, Patrick, Little Wolf Brooks, my brother, thank you for being here tonight and wearing my hat again. I appreciate that. And we'll be seeing you guys again soon, right? That's right. We're going to be saying it. Hold on. Let's do this right.